Hey, welcome to Dad Bods and Touchdowns post game podcast. Another loss for the Chicago Bears. Had a feeling this one wasn't going to be pretty. It was actually a little better than what I thought. Offensively, I thought we played really well. Defensively, it was pretty lackluster. Eric, thoughts on this one today?
Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't think we were gonna win. I was hoping we'd keep it a little closer. Those two fumbles by Odunze hurt us, but it was really nice to see the offense clicking. Offensive line held up. I mean, it's not saying much with a weakened Lions team, but it was still really good showing for Caleb. 334 yards, 2 touchdowns, 26 for 40.
Yeah, and those
Keenan
two
Allen had a
touchdowns.
show.
Yeah,
Keenan Allen had
those
a
two
show. Not
touchdowns. Two
what? Go ahead.
touchdowns were both those touchdowns were nice throws
Yeah,
too.
they were clean.
So
They were very clean. I mean, I wish I would have seen Cole get a little bit more involved in the game, but I mean, what can you do? 2 receptions, 1 touchdown, 9 yards. But Keenan Allen with the 9 receptions, 141 yards, 1 touchdown. Udunze 4 receptions, 77 yards, and DJ Moore with 7 receptions, 68 yards. So they're spreading the ball around okay. I still think we're missing that aspect of that tight end in the middle, but
right. I think the biggest disappointment offensively, obviously, is what's been a problem the last few games, and that's no run game whatsoever. I will say having Johnson back for blocking aspect of things. I mean, he's just an all around solid player. I think having him there blocking really helped out. But once again, tough day for Swift. 20 yards off 9 rushes. Caleb Williams, your leading rusher again, six rushes for 34 yards. Definitely don't want that to be the stat on that one, but I will take definitely the passing aspect of that game. I thought that once again, I mean, to be honest with you, mistake-free football from Caleb. I think there was one play I can think of off the top of my head that maybe he held the ball a little bit too long. But overall, I mean, well managed game by him. Some really nice throws. Started off the game slow. I think that next year, hopefully, whoever is working with him can get that little bug worked out. I think that's been a consistent throughout the season so far. Is just that first quarter trying to get him going is pretty much non-existent until he hits the second quarter, sometimes even the third. But overall, good game for Caleb. It'll be interesting
no,
to see,
100%.
what's said
You
as
you
far
think you
as
think he was trying to sell himself to Johnson on the other side a little bit, trying to show off, be like, "Hey, look what you could have over here."
well, I think with Ben Johnson saying he was intrigued by the Bears' job,
Oh
definitely
yeah,
heightened all their senses over there. Probably got
yeah,
them excited. I mean, we've seen it again today. I mean, he's creative in his game calling. He's creative in how he designs the plays. Overall, just I mean, offensive minded, very very good, and he whooped the Bears defense with it all day today. So um, I was a little shocked that they went for it on fourth down and made it, and then got down. I think it was towards the end of the second half there, and got down there. I think it was 4th and 4, and rather than going for it after you just went for it almost at midfield, you kick a field goal. Um, that's a little questionable to me. If you're going to do it, do it. You know what I mean?
no, 100%.
Um,
I agree with that. Yeah,
and maybe that's more on just being an intern coach, head coach, and trying to decide what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. I think.
I think it'd be like a learning process for them, in that aspect. I
Yeah.
mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. Overall, though, I mean, frustrating watching the defense play. Um, I I don't know what Stevenson's doing anymore. Um,
He
since
should have had
the
that pick. He had both hands on that thing. I don't know.
that I mean he got roasted. I mean on that pass play. And the thing that gets me about it is he's running his mouth to him the first part of that game. He did draw a flag from it, but then you turn around and give up 7 points. I think that goes for nothing at that point. I mean, would you agree?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of I don't know what the right word. There's somebody needs to tell him to shut up because there's no way you're gonna on both sides. You score a touchdown, but you're still getting smacked. Like just get your touchdown, run to the sidelines. Don't like. I don't know. That's the thing that makes me mad is we're celebrating, which is nice, but why are you celebrating when you're still losing? Like, I just it bothers me a little bit. I don't know how you feel about that. It's like I mean, you made a play, that's cool, but like, uh, go back to silent. If you're winning, that's another thing. Do what you got to do. But other than that, I don't
No, I'm very old school when it comes to stuff like that. I don't mind a little bit of celebrating, having a good time, but when you're getting smacked around on the field,
yeah,
like you said, get back, get regrouped, and get ready to get back on the field. And hopefully, your defense, allows you to get back on the field, shortly after. I mean,
I'm all
that's
for
my
team
take on it.
morality. Team morality, hype each other up. But I mean, that's not going to do much when you're getting beat.
Right.
By however many points you're getting beat by.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
if you look at the breakdowns for like on first downs, I mean, passing first downs for Detroit, they had 15. Rushing first downs, they had 10. The Bears, 15 for passing and 2 running the ball. I know I talked about that already as far as rushing the ball, but man, do we got to get better in that aspect. I know we suffered another injury on the line again, actually 2 of them today. That doesn't help out too much. I do think that offensive line did okay considering, that it was makeshift, midway through the second.
yeah, both of them got hurt.
Yeah, so I mean, overall, I mean, I'm not too disappointed with the line as I have been in past games. I will say I think it's going to be interesting though. After this loss, we have the Seahawks on the 26th, and we have the Packers. I mean, we're 2 games left in this season that we've been suffering through. That we for sure thought at least 9 wins was coming our way, if not 10. Actually, I think I said 10 after after they got Williams and Odunze both. I was like, okay, I'll kick it to 10.
Yeah, I
But
was at 10-11, so I was
yeah,
right there with you.
yeah. So
Um,
we're definitely disappointing. I don't know if we beat Seattle next week. I don't think we can. I'm just gonna
Seattle's
be real.
Seattle can play and then they don't play. Like it just depends on who shows up.
Yeah,
Um,
but the way our secondaries played, we got gashed by the run today. I know Gibbs was over 100 yards rushing. I just the defense doesn't seem to be where it should be. I guess. I mean, I don't know if it's a change of scheme that's just throwing everything off, or what it is, but it's just
the Commanders
lackluster.
just beat the Eagles.
Did they?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice,
The last ten
nice.
seconds. Sorry, just
So it's all right. Jones was carted off. It looked like they had an air cast on his leg. So I'm guessing he's probably done for the season. If
yeah. I don't. Do you think they said the rookie? What's his name? I can't think of the tackle's name. They said I'm out because
Amagaji,
I'm a Gaji on purpose to prove a point. Like, hey, you need if you're gonna play, show up, kind of deal. Because I didn't
I,
see him on the injury report. I don't remember seeing him on the injury report.
I hope so. I mean, he was bad. I mean, he was
Yeah.
bad. He got roasted last week. I don't
Well,
think
he's
you
gonna have to
can.
play now with him or Larry Borum. So
I'd rather see
I don't
Larry
know.
Borum out there. I
Uh,
mean, Borum at least is going to give you 75% of what you normally get. I mean, Amagaji, he just looked bad. I thought just outplayed, out hustled. I mean, no, there was nothing violent about him, and playing that position, especially protecting the quarterback from the edge rush. I mean, you can't take that chance. I agree. I think it was probably to make a point. I mean, I would hope so.
yeah, it was. I'm assuming that's what happened, but I don't know who. Like you said, if it's gonna be Borum or him, he's gonna have to at least be the second string then at that point.
Right, right. No, absolutely. So, what do you expect the next week out of Seattle? You think we pull that one off, or you think we're folding up shop?
I mean, like I was telling Jake, I'm like, even if we win or lose out, it doesn't really change our draft position very much. So we really don't have anything to lose or win either way. So it just
But
depends
I
on.
mean, as the state of the team that it currently is in, do you think we can beat either Seattle or Green Bay?
No, I mean, I was trying to say like, there's no reason to not win. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah. No,
Because
absolutely. I agree with you
I
there.
mean, there's no benefit to losing, so you got to go out there and show that you can win. I mean, this
No, no,
is
absolutely,
future
absolutely.
contracts and everything for other players, and
Right. But I'm talking confidence level as a fan. As a fan, I can honestly say I don't see us winning.
I don't either. I thought maybe we could if we kept this game closer, I would be like, yeah, maybe we could beat Seattle, maybe upset Green Bay, but right now, it's prove it to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just it's the same thing every year where we're like, oh, let's get to off season. At least we can be excited about something, But I mean, at this point,
Yeah, I mean,
it's hard.
I agree. I agree completely. I think that it's disappointing considering where our hopes were. I know we're in a very very tough division, by far the toughest division throughout football. But I mean, you're professional football players. Just because you're in the toughest division doesn't mean that you shouldn't be winning. Just my opinion.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I
And
mean,
as a fan,
look at the Carolina Panthers. I mean, they're in overtime with the Cardinals that are in playoff hunt. It
yeah,
doesn't matter where you are or where it's at. You got to show up, and it just shows on the team and team chemistry. At this point, you can't blame coaches. It's on the players, and they got to show us that they want to win.
no, I agree. I agree completely. I'm trying to think of anything positive to say out of this game. I really am. I mean, Caleb Williams throwing for the amount of yards that he did was exciting, and seeing some of the passes that he was throwing was definitely exciting. But beyond that, I just can't. I mean, there were some drop passes again today by
Yeah,
both DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, both dropped balls today,
yeah.
and Dunze fumbling. I will tell you this. I'm trying to remember what the commentator's name was. I know I texted while the game was going, and he was talking about this is a prove it game. Prove whether you want to be on the team next year or not. Prove if you want to be paid. Prove if you actually belong in the NFL. And then he shifts right to Odunze and the two fumbles. And don't get me wrong, that's costly. It definitely gave up some points we didn't need to give up. But those two fumbles, considering his rookie season so far this year, they were costly, but that doesn't mean the man doesn't belong in the NFL. And I just was a little
He
twisted when he made his remark, like, hey, look, this is a prove it game, and Odunze's out here fumbling the ball twice. He isn't proving that he belongs.
No, I think you can't say that about a guy that's 6'2", 6'3", and can run every route that is asked of him. I mean, yes, he's had rookie mistakes, but I mean, compared to all the other rookie receivers, he's right there with them. I mean, Brian Thomas and Neighbors are probably the top two this rookie season, but you could still say that Odunze's in that top five category with them.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, both of our top picks to me are right where they should be as far as
Yeah.
numbers go. Bo Nix obviously is having a better season than any of them. They showed the stat during the game. Um,
After this Jaden Daniels game, they're gonna push hard for this. He had 5 touchdowns, so
yeah, well,
yeah.
it's a good game for him. It's
I
a good
mean, it
game.
was
Not
it's
not what I
just
wanted to hear because I'm playing against them in my fantasy
no.
league.
He had
But
5 touchdowns. Yeah, sorry, Chad. Yeah, he showed up, and I mean, it's crazy to hear the comment because I was going back and forth between the Eagles game and the Bears game because the commentary or like the words they use for Jaden Daniels are way more uplifting than they are for Caleb Williams, where they're very similar. But Jaden Daniels is a better athlete. But I
yeah,
just don't think they're treating like I saw the post on X, whereas like they're treating Caleb Williams like a 5-year vet instead of a rookie. You know what I mean? It's just
No, and I agree with that statement. But you know what? Realistically, at the end of the day, I think that will benefit him more in his career. That he hasn't been coddled. He'll hold himself accountable more, and know that people are going to be looking to hold himself accountable. Maybe it wears it as a chip on his shoulder, and uses it for his advantage.
no. I mean, it's just I know stats don't say everything, but there's a lot of good that he does, and people just it's overshadowed by the losing record, and it sucks, and all the sacks, you
Right? No,
know.
I agree. I agree completely. But like I said, if anything, matter of fact, ESPN just put across Jaden Daniels' fifth touchdown pass of the game as it comes through
Mm-hmm.
on an alert for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think overall, it's just going to make him stronger mentally, if that makes any sense. Just my
I'm
take.
hoping he doesn't break. Just because I mean the updated right here is 2,937 yards, 17 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Um, 61.9 completion percentage and 87.7 quarterback rating. I mean, it's pretty really solid for a rookie quarterback,
I don't.
especially
I don't think
for
that doesn't have today's game in there.
that is with
Is
I
it?
think that's with today's game. Yeah.
Because I thought he had 18 touchdowns. Now I could be wrong. I could be
Uh,
wrong.
I I, I think this is the updated one on ESPN. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it says 17.
All right,
Yeah.
I believe it. I believe it. I don't keep them. I just read them. So, but anyway, all right. Well, in closing to this, Eric, what kind of closing do you want to? Kind of seal do you want to put on this game?
I want to put out that these people need to stop hating on Caleb Williams. He's going to be one of the hottest commodities for a new head coach to choose from, and I am excited to see and be positive and think that the Bears will choose the right guy, and we will have a new um, Bears and a new way of looking at the Bears, hopefully.
Yeah, I'd be in full agreement on that. My seal on this is that we definitely have proven that we need to find a head coach. The one that is our current head coach is not the head coach we need. I think that our head coach was across the field from us today. I'm excited if the Bears actually go through with doing what they should be able to do. Who knows? It is the McCaskies, but same return. I think we're done for the season as far as wins. I like to stay positive. I'll be excited as hell if they win against Seattle, but it's not looking that way. So let's see where they get. We got 2 weeks to go. The interview process starts. So we want to thank you guys for listening. This is the post game podcast. Our regular podcast comes out on Friday mornings at 4 a.m. Be looking for that. We'll get Eric's take, my take, Justin's, and Jake's just on the NFL doings and also any MMA stuff going on, or definitely some college football. See if Justin be wearing a Notre Dame hat by the end of this playoff run. So we're saying that we appreciate you listening. We're out. Bear down.